A lot of people have a hard time deciding what they're going to do with their life.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just hanging around.
You are probably experiencing this right now because you clicked on this video, and there's plenty of people here that have experienced this. I experienced this. Pretty much, I think it is just part of the human experience, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. I've been thinking about this for a while, and this is a problem that I've had in the past, and I no longer have.
Sure
this is
about
something
that?
that I've done with my life and something that I've implemented. I'll get to this in this video. Maybe it might be helpful to you. This is just one person's take on this problem, and so the problem is, again, figuring out what the hell you're going to do with your life. So I'm in the United States. This video is going to be primarily for Western people, but it seems like with this global stuff that's going on, it's pretty much affecting everybody. And so in the way the Western economy is set up, it almost seems like you're getting pulled in so many different directions. You have, at the core, I believe human beings are artists, creators. People want to create. They want to showcase how they're feeling on the inside, the human experience and everything. I believe that most human beings go through a series of traumas. Almost every human being can take that experience that they had in their life and present it in some form of art that other human beings can relate to, connect with, and appreciate. And that's what I feel like most human beings want to do. But you also have the problem of needing to make money. People need to be able to eat. People want to uphold the standard of living that we've been given in this Western civilization and modern era with light, hot water, and everything, all the good stuff that we have that makes life a lot better. That's the thing, is that we're getting pulled in so many different directions. You might be thinking to yourself, okay, this is what I'm passionate about, but then you have people say, don't do what you're passionate about, do what's going to make you money. If you make enough money and you have a good enough life, then you're going to be passionate about it. Or follow your passion, because if you follow your passion, you're not going to work a day in your life. The problem with that is you're trying to pair two goals that you want. You want the goal of being happy and you want the goal of money. The thing that I wanted to talk about specifically, which is what I was talking to my fiance about a couple days ago, which is it doesn't matter what you do at all. A lot of people spend too much time. I'm guilty of doing this. You spend too much time thinking about what you want to do, what the perfect thing to do is, and there's so much stress involved. You'll have people telling you to understand your personality type, understand what you're good at, and what the market wants, what people value, and what people are willing to pay for. And so you spend all this time trying to find the perfect thing. And so maybe you might have already experienced this. This is what I've experienced. And from my time working at Airbnb as an accounts receivable analyst and then a data analyst, I realized that when I have a team that I really care about, when I have good relationships with my coworkers and my boss is really cool and everything, it really doesn't matter what I'm doing. When you have people that bring laughter to your life, that genuinely care about you, that you get along with, it makes essentially anything bearable. And so what I've come to the conclusion of is that it doesn't matter what you do, it matters who you do it with. The majority of commerce, the majority of business is really, really boring. That's the truth. You could have an exciting idea, and some people have really exciting businesses for maybe a couple of months. So when you get into the startup phase and you have these cool ideas and you want to do it, it could be really exciting. Inevitably, it ends up becoming really boring because the majority of business is just slowly fine-tuning the systems and every single process that you have in your business that keeps the business running. Because at the end of the day, a business is simply just providing something to other human beings in exchange for money. And that is a really, really boring process. Even becoming an artist. If you were to for me, I wanted to be a musician. I quit my job. I tried to pursue being a musician and I failed at it. If you want to go check out the YouTube channel and see the graveyard of that failure, it's called Roman 18. So you can check that out. But either way, I wanted to be a musician. And even then, becoming a musician, being an artist, whatever you want to do, whatever sounds really fun and exciting, you may look at people like Taylor Swift, these successful artists, successful musicians and all this stuff, and you see them doing all this fun stuff. You're like, wow, I really want that life. I wish I could do that. And the truth is, there's a whole team of people behind that product. And yes, they are a product. An artist, Michael Jackson, all these people, they are products. And there are people who do all of the boring work behind them. There's a bunch of spreadsheets involved and really boring back and forths on email. That's just the way business works. And the truth is that unless you have the money to hire a team and hire people, to deploy capital and pay people a salary, you're going to have to do that boring work. Somebody has to do the boring work, and that's a fact. No matter what, you have any sort of exciting, fun thing in this world, there is going to be the boring work involved. You're going to have to sit down at a desk. You're going to have to organize things. Somebody needs to be a project manager and manage the timelines, the budget, and everything. We have finite resources, and most things in this world are finite. So things have to be managed appropriately. And that's where things get really, really boring. Even doing YouTube, you want to be a YouTube content creator. Some people, when they think about becoming a YouTube creator, they look in, they see some of their favorite creators and they're like, oh man, that video's so nice. This is so cool. It looks so fun. I want to be a content creator. And then you start doing it. You sit down, you want to make a video, and then you turn on the camera right here and you start recording, and then you sound weird. You start saying something, maybe you stutter or whatever. Then you think about, okay, what do I want to talk about? You start to do all this research and everything. You plan the perfect video. I need the perfect hook. I need to think about the thumbnail and all this stuff. And it just becomes really difficult. One example, there's this really successful artist on TikTok called Connor Price. There are a couple other people, but Connor Price is the one that comes to mind. And he ended up getting really popular on TikTok for his music by doing skits. And they're like 2 minutes, 3 minute skits. And it looks relatively easy. You look at it and it's a really catchy and engaging video. And you think, I could do this. And so you go to do it. And then as you're doing it, it's like, wow, this is actually taking a lot of time. You start and like before you know it, it's an hour. Then it's 2 hours. Then all of a sudden it's 3 hours. And you're like, okay, this takes a lot of time. You do all the editing and everything. And then you go through that process. And before you know it, it's been like 6 hours. That's almost a full day's work. You got 2 more hours left to make it an 8-hour shift. By the end of doing all that work, did you even make any money that day? You make that video, you think it's really good, and then you post it and you get 30 views or 100 views on TikTok or something like that. And then you get like a comment of somebody saying like, this is trash. So that's just a part of it. The thing with Connor Price is that he makes these videos and he just kept making them. And then eventually one of them took off. And that's the thing, is that with any endeavor that seems exciting on the outset, when you get into it, it is boring. It is difficult. The boring work will just take over. At that point, a lot of people give up and they stop because they can't just have all of the fun all of the time. It's not just 100% fun. That brings me back to the main point of this video, which is it doesn't matter what you do. It matters who you do it with. If you've ever experienced a really low paying job, a really cruddy retail job. So I used to work at this optics warehouse where I would like grind glasses and optics and stuff. And I had a friend there. His name was Philip. And we would just, mess around the entire time, just constantly cracking jokes, just riffing and everything. And it made working there just super easy. It was super fun, and the days would just go by. If you've experienced working a really shitty job with people that you really, really like, you realize that it's pretty easy. It makes the experience really enjoyable. And that's the point, is that when you're going through this life, everything's going to get boring no matter what. But if you have the right people, it makes everything 10 times better. When you have people in your life, when you get to come home to a person that you love, to a family that you care about, together you guys are on this journey, that is what matters. All it takes is one bad relationship, one bad wife, one bad husband, one bad friend, one bad boss. It destroys everything. Everything's meaningless, because the truth is everything almost is meaningless. Most of the work that you're going to do, if you're an accountant, you're just looking at numbers, keeping track of money so that the company can make more money. If you're in marketing, you're just creating graphics and assets, videos, things to get people's attention so that they can see your company, so that the company can make more money. If you're in sales, that's pretty obvious. And then if you're in, let's say you're in product design, again, you're trying to design a really cool product that people are willing to buy just to make more money. All of these professions, from law, even to a doctor, to a content creator, all these things, it's all about, to some degree, making money. That's why this whole idea of the solopreneur, or the whole idea of going monk mode, locking in and doing everything by yourself, is horrendous. It is horrendous because you're just doing this for money, and it's soulless. There's no life, there's no fun, there's no enjoyment from it. I would be an accountant all day. If I had kids right now, if I had a family, let's say I had the Weasley's family from Harry Potter. I've been rewatching Harry Potter lately, so I've been thinking about Harry Potter's top of mind right now. But imagine you're in the Weasley family, and you have all those kids, you have all this family, that's a beautiful thing. You have all these people, they all share your blood, they all somewhat look like you and everything. Imagine waking up early at 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. before everybody's up. You see your children, your wife, your uncles, cousins, everybody. everybody. You just see out your entire family. They're all there. They're sleeping. And you're just like, man, I take care of these people. These people are my people and they're doing good. And I want to go out and do something so that I could come back and make their life even better. If you could just visualize that and put yourself in that scenario, it's freaking awesome. It's fulfilling. Like there's nothing better than going out, working hard, coming back and having a good dinner with your family at the dinner table where everybody's laughing, having fun, talking about their days and everything. To me, that just sounds amazing. And maybe that's just me, but at the end of the day, I do believe that every human being is going to be happier when they have the right people around them. My goal is to add people into my life slowly, people that align with my values, people that add to the vitality of life, that increase the serendipity. What I mean by serendipity, it's like serendipity is essentially just accidental things happening, like accidental good things, essentially like a serendipitous job that leads to like you becoming a CEO and then you ended up becoming super rich or something like that. That was serendipitous. Like it wasn't planned, it just happened. My view on that word is like the underlying idea of serendipity is that something amazing happens without planning. It was just for the purpose of pure curiosity and genuine joy and excitement, and you just did stuff and amazing things came of it. And human beings have that internal fire, that vigor, that invigorating energy that's like, let's just go do something. Why are we doing it? For no reason. We're not doing it to go get famous. We're not doing it to get money. We're just doing it because it's fun, and that's what we want to do right now. So adding more people that are like that make anything simple and boring feel like that. You can do anything that's boring as long as you have the right people that are with you. That's the point of this video. The point is that it doesn't matter what you do. At least I don't think it matters what you do. I think it matters more who you do it with. And so a lot of people, including myself, fell victim to trying to find the right thing, determining the right path and everything. And the truth is, the more we dedicate on finding the right people, the right path is essentially there. There isn't a right path. That's essentially what I'm saying. The right path is the path you take with the people that you have the most amount of joy with. That is the right path. So get these people, find the people that are right, and every path is right. If you like this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, give a follow, but more importantly, I wonder what you think. If you stayed through this video, which I appreciate it if you did, leave a comment. Let me know if you resonate with what I said in this video. If you do think that it is true that maybe spending more time and focus on finding the right people rather than trying to find the right thing is the way to go. You can look at people and you can look at successful people that have money. You can look at successful people that have successful relationships and look like they're happy and everything, and you could try to copy them. But at the end of the day, there's nobody that can guarantee you anything. They cannot say that if you do this, you're guaranteed to have this kind of life. So that's part of what makes this life so fun. It's a big risk. Almost everything has some bit of risk to it. If you're doing something now and it's extremely painful, like it's just 100% a drag, and you're doing that for a future payoff, I think that's one of the worst bets that you can make. Find something now that is super exciting. Find people that are just as excited with you. That's what I think. And so, I don't know. Thank you for watching this video and take care.